Well, summer and the holiday season's upon us, and one of the most popular pastimes for our Pacific families is to head to the beach.
It sounds like fun, but it's also full of hidden dangers, as the latest figures on drownings in Aotearoa reveal.
In this next story, Jerry Toamiti investigates those statistics and talks to family members who've lost a loved one to the sea.
The beach has long been the ideal spot for islanders enjoying summertime family outings, end-of-year church functions, or just a laid-back day with friends. But the sad truth is, although we come from the sea, Pacific people are also being taken by the very waves that for so long have been part of our livelihood. For the last 5 years, Pacific Islanders have made up about 8% of the total New Zealand drowning rate. But this year already, the number of our people dying at sea has reached alarming new levels.
Unfortunately, the Pacific situation is quite bad. For the first 6 months of this year, we already double the average for Pacific drownings. So it's a pretty bleak picture at the moment. And as a group of population, we drown at a far greater rate than we should be.
Jumper away. The rate, to be precise, looks something like this. Last year, Europeans made up 56% of the total New Zealand drownings. This year, their numbers have dropped to 47%. Māori drownings have remained the same at 25%, but the Pacific Island figure of 8%, the average for the last 5 years, has this year doubled to an all-time high of 16%.
In New Zealand waters, we have very big tidal ranges, like in the Manukau, and we tend to have quite variable conditions, and our conditions, especially in Auckland, can change really quickly. As young men, we tend to take risks, like swimming outside patrolled areas of the beach, jumping off rocks without checking for dangers.
Perhaps one of the saddest stories that gained international attention was the drowning of one of Polynesia's brightest young stars, Warriors Rugby League player Sunny Fa'i. Earlier this year, while pre-season training at Auckland's Bethells Beach, Sunny Fa'i was swept out to sea after swimming out to help his cousins and younger brother.
My brother drifted like 100 metres across, and at the same time they were in trouble themselves, so Sunny ran out and got those big floaties and went back and gave it to them, and then he saw my brother wasn't there with them and had gone out probably 100 metres, and then that's when he swam out to him, and he went to save my brother then.
Despite a concerted effort by Sunny's family, teammates, volunteers and Coast Guard, Sunny's body was never recovered, and the coroner officially announced his death in August of this year by way of drowning.
E whawhanga I pēa I mawhawhongo maua, e hala I le makama. I me whai, ia ma whakongunga e whai aku I ai. Le mea le ngalo ai, lo akari. So umama kai miuma e peia o le whawsanga ia peia o le ki loa ko I fo o linga loa kari
ko imisia se o kamai mele yenge aki ki Amerika kai 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 fa pea ai wanga loa ai le loi ko lo ka lo ko kwa fainka ai se longa ka ki o ki fa lo wanga.
Sadly, the Fa'i family aren't the only ones that have lost a loved one at the beach. Many of our Pacific family, especially our men, have been lost out at sea. Swimming, and in particular rock fishing, has led to many of our men drowning. Reg Phillips is a senior park ranger in Waitakere, where some of New Zealand's most dangerous beaches are. He also heads a group of Pacific Island rock fishing advisors.
They're basically just to give advice to people on the rocks. You know, do they have the right gear? Do they have flotation devices? And have they checked the weather conditions? It's a case of just checking that they've got the basics right before they've gone out, and also while they're fishing on the rocks as well.
Together with the Pacific Rock Fishing Advisors, flotation buoys known as angel rings have been placed around different beaches, which Sonny Fa'i used to save his cousins. Water Safe Auckland has started an aquatic program in different schools in South Auckland, which has already helped to save a life. Stanley and Taifini are best friends who, during a recent swim in a waterhole, Stanley was able to use his skills learned from the aquatic program.
I didn't know if it was cold or deep, so I swung on the rope, and when I got in, it was cold, and I got scared, and I panicked, and my body just froze, so I couldn't swim back.
I saw him struggling in the water, and then I called for help, and I jumped in, and I got him, and I held him up, and until our kayak teacher came.
I do wish that all Pacific Island parents out there would actually encourage their kids through school, even if it's not through school. Recreation centres do it, and there's some swimming lessons that they do, but it's important.
The safety begins at home. You know, before you leave, make sure you have the right gear. You tell someone where you're going. Never fish alone. Take a buddy with you, and have the right clothes. And most importantly, find out the weather conditions and what the surf's doing.
Beach trips should never be taken for granted, and understanding the beach and weather conditions should be the first thing that we do. That way we can all be safe in the water, a lesson Ty and Stanley know all about.
Thank you for saving my life.
Oh, it's...
All good's all right, Stanley.
And a special thank you to the whole Fa'i family for that story.